Let me ask you something. How many times have you started over? Same goal, new year, new month, new Monday. You locked in for 2, maybe 3 weeks, then something happens. Life gets busy, you have a bad day, you fall off. And then you wait until you feel motivated again and you start over. I've seen this pattern in a lot of men. And I want to tell you something real about why it keeps happening because it's not what most people think. Most men think the reason they keep starting over is because they don't have enough discipline or they need better habits or they just need to want it more. And I can understand that, but that's not it. This is what's actually happening, okay? Every time you try to change your behavior without changing your identity first, you are building on a broken foundation. So think about it like this. You right now have a version of yourself that you have been operating as for years. That version has certain habits, certain beliefs, certain standards, or lack of standards, and that version is running your life on autopilot, whether you realize it or not. So you wake up one day and you decide you're gonna be more disciplined, right? More consistent, a better version of yourself. And for a few weeks, you are, because the motivation is high, right? But the moment that motivation dips, you snap right back. Because underneath all of that effort, your identity didn't change. You were just running a new behavior on top of an old operating system. And old systems always win eventually. So here's what the cycle looks like. And you let me know if this sounds kind of familiar, right? You get inspired, could be a video you watched, a conversation you had, a moment where you just got fed up with where you are. So you decide this time is different. You build the routine, you start the diet, you commit to waking up earlier, you're doing it. Week 1, you locked in. Week 2, still going. Week 3, things start slipping a little bit, but you hold on. Then something disrupts it. A stressful week, a situation you just weren't prepared for, a moment where you just didn't feel like it. And instead of pushing through, you stop. You stop not because you're weak, not because you don't want it, but because when the pressure came, your default setting took over, and your default setting is your identity. So now you feel guilty, you feel like you failed, and you wait until you feel ready again to start over. That's the cycle. And it will keep repeating until you address what's actually driving it. Here's what I want you to understand, okay? You cannot build a consistent, high performing life on top of an identity that was never designed to support it. Your identity, who you actually believe yourself to be at the core, that's the foundation. Everything else sits on top of it. Your habits, your discipline, your results, all of it is a reflection of your identity. So if your identity still says on some level that you're someone who quits when things get hard, every plan you build on top of that is temporary because eventually your behavior is going to come back down to match your identity. This is why most men can go to 10 different programs, read 20 books, hire 3 different coaches, and still be in the same position. They keep addressing the symptoms. Nobody is addressing the root. The root is identity, always. Okay? So, what do you actually do about it? The first thing is getting honest, like really honest, not about what you want to become, but about who you're actually being right now. What do you do when nobody is watching? What do you tolerate from yourself on a bad day? What standard are you actually operating at? Not the one in your head, but the one that shows up in your behavior every day. That's your real identity right now. And once you can see it clearly, not judge it, just see it, that's when the real work can start. Because the work is not building better habits, the work is deciding who you're going to be in specific behavioral terms, not how you want to feel, but how you are actually going to operate, and then building your life around that decision. When a man does that, when he actually rebuilds the identity first, the discipline stops being a struggle, the habits stop falling off, the consistency becomes natural because now the foundation matches the life he's trying to build. That is how you stop starting over. All right. So, look, if you recognize yourself from what I just described, that's actually a good thing because awareness is the first step. Now the question is what you do with it. If you're serious about breaking that cycle for real, not just for a few weeks, but for good, the link to apply for his optimized private advisor is in the description. That's where we do this work directly, one-on-one, in a structured engagement built around your specific situation. And if you're not ready for that level yet, the link to join the Optimal community is down there. That's where we built the foundation together. Either way, stop waiting for a new Monday or a new first of the month. The decision to break the cycle is available to you right now.